Alright guys, welcome back to PGA Tour 2K23. That's basically right after the top of the rock that we played. Didn't do great, but we did have one absolute cheat putt where there was literally no breaking, and then it immediately jumped off the face a foot and a half left, and the swing plane was perfect. But anyway, I digress. So if you missed the top of the rock, I did change a little bit on my player, just some cosmetics, because a couple came out that I actually liked. Nothing with the golf bag. I have no new fittings, I don't think, besides I got a lie range after doing the top of the rock with the wood. But I really don't need the lie range one. It only adds 4. And the power is too much of a negative because we actually need power with our wood because it doesn't go that far past our hybrid. I have a timing with the no, it's the irons. I got 2 timings with those. They might not be too bad actually. Let's go and check that out. Because, no, I already have a great timing one right here. Yeah, because this would negative. Okay, never mind then. But anyway, so casual, I just changed to this because I was sick of the purple one. Day 2, we got the Boss shirt. I like that shirt a lot. Day 3, we got this one because for some reason I really like this shirt. I don't know why. But yeah, small change. So let's go into the society stuff. So we got put into kinetic, which I'm very happy about. You know, we played good enough to. This is the one I played, the challenge circuit. I played that without recording it. But anyway, you can play in the Platinum and Elite if you're in other ones, and if you're in Platinum or Elite, you can play in Kinetic and whatever, the Challenge Circuit, because the Challenge Circuit is the ones below Kinetic. That's where you have CC A, B, C, D, all the way down to whatever. So I think that's why it says the next. At Victoria Green, the next event would begin in 5 days. I'm guessing that's why this is telling us, because we're in it, that the next one begins in 5 days. Now let's go ahead and check out the leaders. So this isn't gonna really tell us very much. So one of the things they did in the update, they did some bug fixes. Mostly to the course creator, so it's not really to this. The crashes as well, which is good. That's the one big thing that I'm glad of, because good God, I had to every time I play around, it seemed like I'd have to restart or close the game out and restart it because it was crashing. Not really on replays like most people, but it was crashing mostly just on random shots. Like, the ball would just sit there and it would never load the next shot. But the other thing was in not this week, but I think it's in week 3. You can only use default balls in these societies, and they've added it so that you can, in your own society, limit it to either default or open. So that's good, because a lot of people were requesting that. So I did a swing calibration just before this, because every single thing, when I played the challenge circuit, which I finished -30 in,
that's not great. Let's be careful getting
was
out of
slow.
here. Might not
I
get all the
didn't
distance
understand
you want
why
in the deep stuff.
everything was being slow.
This one's looking pretty good.
All right, not too bad. Unfortunately, we're in the heavy, so it's not going to really
Nothing
stop
wrong
too
with that.
fast.
Safely on the green. All right, 20 feet to go.
Let's see. Oh, wow, that was short.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing to be ashamed of there.
Well, I mean, a little bit. If I
And
would have
we're
hit a little
ending this
harder, I
hole
would have
with
made
a
it.
Bit of a tap. And you're at even par. And we are working with the tailwind on this hole.
Okay, I think that wind is high enough to where we can get over everything. Oh yeah,
Two shots
swinging it
looking decent.
much better.
Okay, about 200
right now.
yards or so to the pin from here.
200. It's uphill only a yard, so it's, yeah, 200. With the wind, I think we're going down to the 7. Let's put it over here to the right, because if we finish to the right, on the right side of the green, it'll funnel down to the left. If you finish on the left side, you're just going to be a mile away, so. And we
Hopefully this one will bounce to the right.
all that planning for naught, because we've pulled it.
So you're doing all right this hole on the green, under regulation. That's
Yeah.
good work. And if you can,
So it should be a
that'll
birdie.
for eagle.
Yeah. Almost made the eagle. Again, if I hadn't have pulled it, I think we would have had the eagle.
All right, nicely hold. Let's move to the next. And after that one, you currently
Guy in first is
sit
10
at
under
1
through
par.
11.
And we're teeing up now
No
on
need
the
for the
third.
driver. Not even the. I don't even think the 3 would. Just keep it safe. Play our
Tee shot's looking nice here.
game. You know, we're not gonna go for
Setting
everything.
this one up 145 yards away.
It's downhill with that wind. I think this. Again with the pull, so I'm gonna have to counter that, because otherwise it was a fantastic
job.
shot.
Here's a putt from 19 feet.
Because we're not going to get anywhere near where we need to be with pulls like that constantly.
Oh!
Oh,
Here we go. Par putt. This putt's tracking.
but I did
Valid.
play in our, they called it
All right, you're going to stick right there.
the
at 1
Monticello
under
Cup.
After that one.
because that's part of the name of the
Teeing
course
this one up on the 4th.
at my course. And it was a 2-day thing. Downhill 3 with, I think this should be perfect. Slow. See, I tried not to pull it and I hit it
This
slow.
heading right at the pin.
Not horrible, but with a loft wedge, you really need to be hitting it, you know, close to the hole, and that was a bad chip.
Sink this, you could save par. Looking pretty good.
Okay. And it's a
All right,
2-day
well done.
event, and basically it's almost like a Ryder Cup style. I played in it last
And
year as
after that
well.
hole, you're currently
It was
1
way colder last year, though.
under. Here we
um,
go. Par 5 ahead of us. Let's see what happens.
And
This looks pretty safe.
it's basically you're
Here's
playing
our second shot
both
on the
9s, as the first day was a 2-man scramble. So you're playing your own ball, but you had the best score is what you score. And unfortunately, I didn't do my handicaps this year because I kept forgetting. So I was playing as a scratch. My partner was 11, and the guys that we were playing with was a 6 and an 8. So that's right where my handicap is. So I had to give them between 6 and 8 shots on the 2 9s. Well, combined 2 9s. Which really was awful. Let's do this, because we're on a hill, so it'll bring it left, but the wind should bring it back a little bit right. Slow and a little bit of a
Approach.
push.
Heading right.
Oh, wow. So
Okay, here's our third
the
shot.
lie really didn't do much at all. Uphill. Let's see. Wind in our face. Let's do this. If it wasn't fast,
Sink this, and you're down to 2 under.
we need it. I pulled it.
It could be a good one.
God.
Bit long on that one.
I don't know what it is
Good.
with the swing plane. It's tough for me to get it
Blowing out there. We got a headwind on this hole.
perfect. I always pull it. I don't know what it is. And that one's super slow.
A little bit to the right on the approach here.
And see, when I do
Here's
hit the
our
swing
second
plane just
shot
about
on this
perfect,
6th hole.
that's what happens. I really thought that was going to break a lot more.
And the only thing left to do is sink this putt and get your par.
But
That'll do nicely.
played pretty well. But unfortunately, giving those
Alright,
shots up,
staying at
we
one
lost
under
all
after that
3
one.
points. Because on the holes where my partner actually got shots, only one of the holes did we actually win.
Teeing off now
Because
on the 7th.
he just didn't play as good as, you know, he wanted to. Driver's way too much on this. But I don't know if the wind, it's because it's uphill with the wind, will this go far enough? I don't think it will. So let's hit a partial drive. I was saying just not hit it slow.
Ooh, someone's not in the mood to lay up. This is fun.
Because we really need a birdie. And I was going to say
Okay,
on the
here's our
green, we
second
can almost
shot here
guarantee
on
that
the
we'll
7th
two-putt.
hole.
Okay, we should get the
Nice
birdie.
chip. Fantastic.
Because
Okay,
we got to remember
safely home
too,
with that
there
putt.
are cuts now.
Alrighty, down
Now
to
this
2
is the
under par
second
after
day of the event, so I don't know if there will be a cut line yet. I don't know if we would know it. I don't think we would. Perfect.
I think this is heading to the fairway. And this one's about 180 yards out.
Green goes hard left. Slow, see, but I had the
Maybe
swing
that was
plane.
bounce to the left.
And because it's slow, it's so short. I had
Alright,
the swing
nicely
plane,
done.
but I
You're
just
on
did
the
not have the
green with a
tempo.
long putt in your future. All right, this putt for the birdie.
I don't think it's breaking hard at the start, but yeah, see, it
Oh, it
just
could be.
it was close. It just didn't break that much at the
No, that
end.
was tough. It's a little bit
Went
too
really
hard on
far
that one.
past, unfortunately.
This one's 9 feet away.
Could be a bogey.
It's getting
Okay,
there.
got it.
Good job. That's
Um,
dropping on in.
And
for
because
par.
it's kinetic, I'm honestly thinking we're gonna need to be close
After
to.
that, you're 2 under.
We're gonna have to be over 15 under to get just to make the cut. I'm guessing.
And, the wind
And
will
this
be
isn't a great
factor on
start
this
for
one.
that.
Blowing right into our face.
It's downhill though. Jump. Damn it.
Oh, that's too bad.
I really thought the downhill would
Let's
counter it.
check our distance twice as we set up from the elevated position here. Come on, give us a kick to the left.
I pulled it.
Nice stroke.
I
We're
know,
on the
but I
green.
really thought the wind
29 feet to go.
was gonna affect that more. That's very odd that it didn't at all. I don't think I hit it. Yeah, I didn't hit it.
Okay. This
So after
one's a
9
par.
holes, we're only 2
So far,
under.
so good. All right, still 2 under after that one. All right, time to
We gotta
attack
get
this
to at
back
least 8
nine,
under,
teeing
I
up on
think.
hole number 10. I think this one's fairway bound.
But anyway, I made the only
Okay,
birdies we
you've
ever
got
made, I
about
did on my
220
own
yards
ball
to go.
on the first day, so that's good. And I think honestly, if wow, that was still slow.
The approach is heading a bit to the right.
I tried to swing that fast enough
This
to
one's in
guarantee I'd
third.
not be, you know, perfect or a little fast. Because, okay. I put it out to the right far enough
Here's
to
an
where that,
8-footer
you know,
for us.
a little bit fast
putt's
would
going.
still be on the green, but on the left
Nice
side.
job. That's the birdie there.
Still got a birdie, but that should have been a lot better.
And 3 under par for the day.
And I think
So
my issue when I
par
played in the
3.
tournament the other day, the first day anyway, downhill wind helping. Now, if we're long, that's okay, because it's coming back. If we're to the right, it's no good. Perfect. The wind did not bring it back to the right at all for some reason,
Nice
but it's okay.
shot. Another green in regulation.
It's going definitely
This
left
putt is
more.
about 11 feet.
Okay, I was like,
Going
just don't
towards that
push,
hole.
pull it. There we
Nice putt. That's your fourth
go.
birdie of
Was
the
that
day.
my opponent did get 3 or I think he got 4 strokes. So a stroke on 4 separate
Clocking in
holes.
at 4 under par at the moment.
Where if he made, you know, par, it counted as a birdie and such. And on those holes, I played a little
And on this one,
reckless
the wind is
because I was
picked up, it's going
thinking
left to right.
he has a shot, a par is a birdie. You know, I'm thinking he'll make a par at least. Now, unfortunately, only on one of those holes did we actually, you know, convert. Pulled it. I thought it was gonna be fast. Nope, that's good. Okay. So every other hole that
We're
he got a
setting up
shot,
about
we either tied or
120 yards
lost
out.
because they also got shots most of the time when they shouldn't have because I didn't do my handicap. There we go. A little bit of a pull, but it was perfect.
Well done. All right, drop this one in. This one for birdie.
So downhill.
This one's on a good line.
Oh, come on. It's going to go
Ooh.
back. It broke. Fuck you.
And this one's your fourth.
I mean, really. Go fuck yourself with that bullshit. Because of that,
Oh.
we're going to make a bogey. And it never broke to the right. It actually broke left afterwards.
Okay, 4 feet to go. And
It
putt
broke
drops
more
for the bogey.
the other way and just stayed dead straight.
And that will bring things up to 3 under par for you.
Tell you, man, they really need to work on these
This
greens
hole's a par 4.
and what happens with those beads because there is so much wrong with them right now.
Oh, that was a fine swing. Fine swing.
And it's going to be really far, though. And, of course, we're going to be on the green. Well,
Look at
can't
you
stop
driving
this one.
this
It's going to go
green.
off.
Fantastic work. Putting for eagle. Here's a putt for eagle.
Well, I honestly think that if we don't do something in the second round, we may miss the cut on our first TGC Tours event.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it was
Right
impossible to
off the
stop that
green.
putt.
This is what our third shot's looking like. Well judged on that one. And
Impossible
that
to
one,
stop
you're
that
3
putt.
under. Getting a look at the 14th hole now.
I don't even remember what I was saying anymore. I don't care. Slow. Yeah. But look at that. I hit it very,
I'm okay with
almost
that.
very slow. But because
go,
I had
birdie
just a
putt coming up.
trickle of a pull, just a trickle, barely outside of the white, just barely. Most of it was still inside the white. It countered the slow, which was insane. It really shouldn't have countered the slow by that much. Oh, it didn't need that much break.
And you've got this left for par on this one.
All right, we
And
need to
that'll
birdie them all,
keep you at 3 under.
to be honest.
Careful out there. We got a tailwind blowing.
I think we go 3-wood just to have a easier second
that was a
because I
good
think
swing. Well done.
if we went driver, I think we'd be a little bit too close. With this, we
Second
might
shot
be able to
here
do a
on the
full pitch.
15th.
Yeah, we can do a full pitch with this. Put some spin, and of course, easier
It's
shot. I
okay.
say.
No worries. We'll be on the green soon enough. And
There we
that'll
go.
go
That's all you
down for
gotta
the
do.
Birdie. Nice.
I made
chip.
like 3 chips in
And
one of the-
We are going to take another look at that.
what is it? The challenge circuit. Boom. We needed that. I think it froze on me one time with a replay, but all my other
Not
times
that
has been
one.
right
Going
after,
down to 4
like a
under par.
drive. It would freeze.
Here we go on hole number 16.
It's downhill 6 foot. Wind in the face. The pitch. It's just so fun. It only goes 3 yards. Perfect. Just see that? Just the tiniest bit of a pull. You couldn't even really...
Well, missed the green there on that
You almost
one.
couldn't tell that it was a pull. But it's like massively left for how little bit of a pull it was.
Good job with that chip shot. This one's tracking. And right now you are at 4 under par for the day.
Yeah.
Got a par
Tied for
4 on this
63rd,
one.
so I mean... Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Great swing.
If the cut is just like real life and it's the
Looking
top...
like about
What is it?
185 yards
75? Is it the top 75? I can't remember. Then we should be good right now. If it's not, then we're in a little bit of
out.
trouble.
Good job. We're on the green. Lining up for the 13-foot putt.
Did I hit it?
No, it's
Doesn't
getting
matter
there.
because for some reason it broke.
Now that one could have
a
used
lot.
a bit more pace.
Was
All
not
right,
that
that's
much
gonna
break in
keep you
it,
right there at 4 under.
but it broke a ton.
Wind is blowing left to right on this one.
I'm gonna say we have to go for this.
It's a nice looking tee shot.
Even though it's day one, we're doing so
Got
poorly.
about 215 to go from here.
It's downhill 2 foot. I think 4 iron should be fine. Perfect. Oh,
Maybe
come
bounce to the
on.
left.
There's no way the wind hit it that much.
Approach shot worked
There's
out
no
just
way the
fine.
wind makes a 4 iron, which I put way left in the beginning.
These balls a
Made it go
long way
20
from
yards
home.
to the
See
right.
if you can help it get there.
No way. Especially not my 4 iron, my 4 hybrid. I hit it low. It's a foot downhill, which means we're barely getting it over this ridge.
Well, it's going right by the hole.
I mean,
This one's
if you
a
didn't make it, you couldn't
7-footer.
do much better than that, to be
This
honest.
putt's tracking. All right, you
a
dropped
birdie,
that
but we needed
putt,
an
and
eagle.
We're done here.
Only
Hopefully,
5 under,
hopefully
that's
I'll find something to do
awful.
until the next time.
We didn't do that much wrong. It was just a couple of small pulls and a
All
couple
right,
of
this one's
slows
done,
that
and you
really
ended
did
up
us under.
At 5 under
Tied
par.
for 56 after the first
And
round.
with that, I must leave
And
you.
I would
had
still
fun
take
out
like
there
the
with you
top
today.
2
Thanks for a great
guys.
round.
Those top 2. They probably had a bad qualifying round. What's this? Oh. Some junk. They probably had a bad qualifying round because they're probably either elite or platinum.
Hello and welcome to this
Hey, it's our new
society event. My
outfit.
name is John. Nice little par 4 to start us out here today. Let's put that first drive in the fairway and take it from there. What do you say?
I say
Okay,
aye,
you're
but it's
in it
probably in the
now.
rough.
Let's,
Oh
have
my
a good
god.
round and keep our composure.
It
We might
flew
need a
so
club or
much
2
further
extra
than I
from
thought
here.
it was
This is
going
really
to.
deep.
Well, actually, it's not, but I appreciate your concern.
That shot got
I
a
hit the
little
tree.
bushy.
Wow.
Well, that's too bad. Okay, we're setting up in the rough, and it's inside of the rough.
That
It's
really
down deep.
Killed it a lot. Great flop shot. Just need to convert the
Here
putt.
we go. Drop this and save that par.
Cannot bogey the first, and
heading
we
towards
didn't
the
do
hole.
great. Okay.
And off to a fine start here. Even par after
Alright.
the first hole.
Now into the second round of our tournament. So we're losing by 1 point only. It's 12.5 to 11.5 points after the first
Here's a
day.
par 5.
It's only a 1 point that we're losing by. You know, not a big
Should be a
deal.
good result off the tee here. Okay.
So on the
setting up
second day, the
around
second day is
250
probably about
yards or so.
20 degrees colder. It's in the 40s, the mid 40s, whereas the first day was actually low 70s. Which is insane because it's the middle of November. Lies going left, wind's going left. Wind is hurting a touch, but not by that much. Pulled it but slow, so... Oh, of course, it's insanely short. Probably because of the slow.
Setting up here now for our
Damn it,
third
man.
shot. And setting
Whatever.
up for your 4th stroke here.
They have not fixed that either. Oh yeah, another thing
Oh,
in the
nice
update is
little
you
chip
can't chip
there.
out of the bunker anymore. But the thing
That's what you
is,
wanted in there
you
for
can't
par.
be so punishing in the
5
bunkers
under for the moment.
is the problem. Because the
Well, it would
bunkers
be
are
on
the
this
most
hole.
inconsistent swing I've ever seen. You can barely go slower, and you're very slow. You'll barely go faster than that very slow, and you're very fast. It's like, unless you have a full bunker shot, it's insanely difficult to not have it very slow or very fast.
This one should be in the fairway. And here's your 2nd shot on the 3rd.
Which is not like that in real life. It's actually pretty easy to get out of bunkers. Now it's not very that was awful. It's not that easy to get out and be close to the
I
hole.
approve.
But it's easy to
30
get out.
feet to the cup.
Doesn't I mean I would really think this is downhill, but it's not. We really got to make something happen.
Oh man, that would have been on the highlight reel. That's for sure.
Are you kidding me?
And for the par.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, now let's
That
have
didn't
a
drop.
check in on our scorecard. And right now you are at 5 under. We've got a par 3 in front of us on this one.
That didn't drop.
Got some good
God,
contact on
still
that
slow.
one.
Again, I mean, I ended
Great
up
work
fine.
there.
But the
That's a
swing
great
plane
approach.
is what I'm so
Here's a
worried
look
about,
for birdie.
and trying to
It's
counter
getting
it
there.
is when I start to hit them
Wonderful,
slow,
wonderful
because
shot.
then I'm focusing a little less on the swing speed. But anyway, the tournament, second day was a little colder,
Teeing it up on
which
the
I
5th.
figured I would play better, because even though I absolutely despise the cold,
Well,
that's
this
alright.
should be in
Wind
the
helped us
fairway.
out. Even though I despise the cold, I play really well in it. I'm guessing it's just because I can't swing how I normally do. God.
I'm not.
You remember when we were so good with our hybrid and wood, and
Okay.
somehow we just ended up being crap all of a sudden? What sucks is I'm going to have to chip this. I can't. The chip isn't going to go far enough. A flop is so difficult when you have to partial it too. Maybe we don't have to partial it because of the lie.
All right. This is your 4th shot.
I mean, you can't get up the hill.
Okay. Back in the fairway.
With a chip.
Great stuff.
Oh yeah, just roll 50 feet. Come on now.
This one's 26 feet out.
I don't care.
Oh no. Okay, double bogey putt. Here we go. And right
Jesus.
now you are at 4 under. Okay, this hole we got a tailwind to deal with.
I hate that so much. I absolutely hate that when you have such an uphill shot, you cannot get up it without hitting a full shot. Like, you just can't do it. Oh, of course,
That's
that
gonna
doesn't
miss
jump.
the green.
Of course it
Unfortunate.
doesn't.
Okay.
That would have been
Second shot on the
insanely
6th.
good. We chip it in anyway.
And I
But it
guess
would have
we're
been
just gonna hold
insanely
this
good
one
if it
out.
had just jumped
Jump.
another foot and a half, maybe
And
2
we're
feet.
gonna fire up a replay after that one.
I don't know. I'm so mad about that last hole because, first of all, the swing was not a very slow swing on the 3 hybrid. It just wasn't. And then, as close as we were in that heavy rough, not being able to hit any type of full shot. we weren't close enough, or we were, but it
Bring
was
down to 5 under.
too high of a hill to get over for a chip.
We are on
The
the 7th hole. Let's see what we can
pitch,
do.
the flop, it was all too far. A full was all too far to go for.
I think we're going to be in the fairway with this one.
So I couldn't go for a full. It was,
You go.
it forced me
Putting for
into a
eagle here now on
partial.
this par 4.
And getting up a hill
All
in
right,
the
this one
heavy
for the
rough
eagle.
like that is just impossible with partial anything. And the games have always been like that.
This one's just 3 feet. That one drops, and that's your second birdie in a row. The making.
Yeah, unfortunately, it took 7 holes to just get to 1 under.
Stepping onto a par 4 hole on this one. Well done.
They seem to
All
just
right, what
have
do
a
we got here?
problem,
Looking
or
like
some kind of
165 to
problem
the pin.
with uphill shots and hitting like anything other than a full shot. And I mean full, not a pitch,
7 under
not a
on
flop.
the
Just
day, if you sink this.
hitting a full shot up a hill is fine, but anything other than that
Oh,
is not gonna break.
this one's 6 feet away.
I love how going back it doesn't show as
And
much
that's
break
your
as it
par.
did going to the hole. That was awesome.
And now teeing off on a par 4.
But anyway, the second day in the
yeah,
tournament.
I'll approve that. And this is around the 190 mark. And please,
hold
Bob,
it.
would you
We
consider
started
kicking
on
right?
15 the day before we started on
We're
16.
on the green with that
We
one.
went
Well done.
Par, par, par.
Here we go.
And then
Drop
I
this one for
birdied
birdie.
the 18th hole. Because remember, this is basically a captain's choice best ball. But we used all of my shots on number 18.
Oh, almost. 6 under par currently.
And the 18th's a par 5. I used 3 hybrid. Then I laid up with an 8 iron. Then hit a nice 95-yard pitch with my sand wedge to about
Wind's picking up out there. We got
2
a headwind
feet.
on this hole.
Boom, birdie. Won that one. Why did that start 10 yards
Ouch.
left of where I aimed it? Why?
And from
The swing plane was in the
fairway
white. It was
sand.
not left at all, and I hit it perfect. Why did that start so far to the left?
All right,
That's
into the
another problem they
fairway. Good amount
have
of club you got on that one
that
too.
I just don't understand. I have so many shots do that. They just start
That
out
should
left.
do nicely. Hopefully you get the
Most
right pace on
notably our
this one. It is
drives.
extremely long.
Drives, so many of them
Oh.
didn't break at all until it got to
Right,
the
you've
hole.
got about
Lovely.
6 feet here.
So many drives just start out left
Played,
without a pull or a fast. They just start left.
and you are looking at a 6 under.
And I don't
Moment.
understand it.
Good luck here on
Now
this
we
par 3.
we par 1, 2, 3, and 4. I birdied 4 in the first round. That's probably one of the hardest holes in the course. God, perfect.
Heading a little bit to the left. on the
Barely,
approach.
barely a pull, and it's 20 yards left. Barely a pull.
Okay, on the green safely. Here we go. This putt for birdie.
Ten-foot by.
Just a little too much power. This putt's about 5 feet.
Then we get
And
to
the
the
putt
par
drops.
5
There's your par.
fifth. I birdied that one with my own
And after that one, you're at 6 under.
my own ball. This one I hit 3 hybrid again, then 3 hybrid. This one I
This hole,
pushed
we
out
got
to
a
the right a little bit
tailwind
into
to
the
deal
rough,
with.
but then hit another. It was 115 to the hole. I was like, I need to hit a low sand wedge. So I punched it out. I punched it a little bit and got it to, want to say probably 8 foot. Made that birdie putt. So it had me feeling nice. Oh
my,
God!
Hooked this one. Well, through the branches.
I tried to over.
That's too bad.
I don't know why I tried that.
Setting
I
up
tried to
from the
overswing.
long grass here. Let's get on out of this.
Don't know why I did. Oh, good God! Came out full distance, even though it was a 70-something lie.
All right, here we go. This one's for birdie. Ooh. 5 feet to the cup from here. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think we're making
Down
the cut.
she goes.
Back 9, we're only -6. I'm guessing 15
Sitting at
under's
6
cut
under
line.
par after that one.
Oh,
This one's a par 4.
we're playing so bad. And what sucks is the first 2 rounds are usually my bad rounds. I usually don't start playing, like I'll play a really good 3rd round, but the first 2
Good
are
shot.
usually not
And
where
here's
it's
our
at.
second
And if
shot
you
on
can't
the
make
13th.
you can't make the cut, well, you're not
Liking
gonna
that one. Nice chip.
be able to hit that, great round. But then what we do? Anyway, oh yeah, we were 2 up after the 4 holes of the back 9, but we start over on the front 9 basically because you're on a new 9, and
A
wow. Again,
little
I
off
hit it
on that
the
approach, but
tiniest
that's
bit
okay.
slow. You really couldn't tell unless you really stared at that white line that the blue was just touching the outside of it. And again, it countered it. Even though the wind was also going to the right, it countered the slow. But when
And
you're
it
chipping them in
drops.
like we are,
Fantastic
we
chip.
don't give a shit.
Well, that's worth taking another look at.
Then we get to the 7th hole, another par 5. I hit my 3 hybrid off of that because driver's too much because you go into a pond. It's short. Now it is cold and wet. It rained on the Friday. Really, it was pouring on Friday. But this is Sunday and it's still pretty wet out. And I hit another 3 hybrid from the middle of the fairway. I just blasted that one down there. And we're about 95 yards out again. Middle of the fairway.
After that hole,
I
8
hit
under
just
par.
another little pitch sand wedge. This one lands about 5 feet past the hole, and we end up about 12 foot past, going downhill, braking left to right. And they're in for a
Wind's
par,
going right to
and
left
we don't
on
give
this
people
one.
strokes on this day because we get paired with people who are kind of matching. So like I got paired with a 30 something handicap when my handicap is a 0,
Second
and these
shot
guys were
on
both
the
about
15th hole.
a 10, something like that. Oh wow, that just
Okay.
sat.
Could be a birdie on the scorecard if you drop this.
Could be. Will
Could
I?
be a good one.
Yes.
Great work out there on the course.
So I
for
made
birdie
that
number
putt.
6.
Yeah, I'm making putts. So that's
All right.
kinda what's
9
saving
under is
us.
your score.
and I think that put us at 1 up
And getting ready
on
to
the
tee off
front.
here on the 16th hole.
Now, unfortunately, the part next one, the par 3, they got that one. We bogeyed it. It was just not a great tee shot, and then it was such a long putt, and it was the wind, or not the wind, how slow the greens were
Come on.
on the
off bounce
long
to the right.
putts. I just couldn't get used to it. I couldn't
that'll
hit
do.
them
Grab
hard
your putter.
enough.
Here's a 13-footer.
Come on, break at the end. Break!
Right by the
I mean,
hole.
it did, but
Here we
didn't break
go.
in the
This is
beginning.
for par. And your score is currently 9
I knew
under
it was a
par.
risky situation putting it that far to the left, but the end of it broke a lot. Whereas the first probably 6 foot of that,
All right,
it
let's see what you
broke,
got
but
here
not
on
very
hole number
much.
17.
It was a risk, but
Beautiful swing.
so we're level after that hole, and then we head to
And
hole
this one's
9,
about
which is
210
arguably the
yards or
hardest
so
hole on
from
the
the pin.
course. We'll go the full 4, I think. Pulled it, but slow, so it counters. Jump. It's not. Par
Well,
5?
That's okay.
No,
That's okay.
just
We'll get on the green.
because of the
maybe on the next
wind.
shot.
Made it into a long par 4.
That's a nice chip. Well done.
I didn't hit a great
Okay,
tee shot, but
this
I
will
am in
save
the
you par.
fairway, just a long way away.
Okay, 9 under is the current
I got to
score.
hit another 3 hybrid. I hit that, push it out to the right in the rough, and I just hit
Got a left
a
to
pitch
right cross
too
breeze on this
good.
hole.
You ever have one of those where you hit it dead center of the club and it just goes 10 yards too far? Well, that's what happened. So we end up bogeying that one as well, and they
Yeah,
par
well
it.
played.
So
Okay, this is about
oh no, we tied
155
the
yards to the pin.
we tied number 8 with a par because I made the par putt coming back. That's right. And this one we lost, so that put us at level. So we got a half a point on the front 9. Then we moved to the back 9, which we're 2 up on. Wind is helping a lot. Okay, that didn't end up bad. Well, now it did. Because for some reason the pitching wedge, which I put a ton of spin
Let's just
on,
find golf
even though I did hit
playing
it
there.
slow,
That's,
I know,
on the green in under regulation.
somehow
Well done.
rolled
And
50
this next one
feet.
for eagle. Oh my goodness. This one's a short
That was for
3-foot
eagle.
putt.
I had a
Okay,
pitching
you
wedge.
dropped the putt, and we're done here. Okay,
10
we're
under,
all
tied for
done here, and that is
51st.
a
I'll be
10
honest, I
under
don't think
par
we're making the
for your
cut.
round. Well, might as well get on my way here. I had fun with you today. Hopefully we'll see
But
you
the
real
thing
soon.
is, you can keep playing. Tied for 46. Let's keep going. Now, if you don't make
Hey there,
cuts
friend.
or
My
you don't
name is
play,
John
I think you get a
McCarthy, and I wanna
demerit.
welcome
And
you
if you
to
get, I
PGA
think,
Tour
how it was in
2K23.
21,
I think this is gonna be
I
an
think
extra
if
good
you
round
get
of golf.
3 of
Hoping
those,
can
you
stay
get
out of trouble out
demoted.
there today. Round 3
And
just
3
about to kick off here,
merits,
okay?
or 3,
Now
whatever they're
let's
called,
crush this drive.
you will get
Middle of the
promoted.
fairway and
Or if you
stroll
just
on
win
away
the
from
tournament outright, you will get promoted. I think that's how it works.
And with that, your round has begun. Have a good one.
I mean, we go to hole number
Nicely
10.
done.
Now, hole number 10,
And this is
I get
looking
it's
to
par
be
3. I get it
about
on the green.
155 yards out.
Slow. Yeah. But
Ooh,
pulled
looking
it, so
good, looking
kind
good.
of worked out.
Nice approach, pin high.
Um,
That's where we like it. Here we go for your birdie.
And
that shot was
I
a
get
beauty.
I get our first putt to about 2 feet. It was a long putt,
And
probably
you're
about
currently
35
sitting
foot.
at 11
So I get
under.
it to 2 feet, and these guys are in for
Par
bogey.
5 ahead of us
All we got
here.
to do is make a 2-foot putt. You know, they didn't give it to us. Understandable. You know, you're not going to give that when you're
I don't know.
you're
this one
2
could go either
down.
way. And second shot here
Really?
on the second hole.
That rolled uphill that far. Okay. Okay, game. Don't go in the
That's,
oh.
yeah.
Back
Be
into
nice
the-
to have that one back.
back into the
All right, the ball's above your feet, and that's going to make it go a little bit left
Slow?
on impact.
Fuck you.
And we are back in the fairway. Way to chip that one close. Well done. 11 under par currently.
And so I let my partner hit first,
And
just
a
to be like,
heads up, this
let him
hole,
do
the
it,
tailwind
make it.
blowing with
Just because
the
he
ball.
hasn't been
Nicely done. You got some good
contributing
contact there.
literally at all. Not one shot yet. Now, he is a handicap of a 36. Good God.
Okay, setting up in the bunker here.
But, you know, still, let him make the putt and all that. Because so far, if we're just playing my ball, I'm 1 under through the round. Now, he misses. Taps in for the bogey. I go ahead and make my par putt. I completely forget, and I guess he does too. Because he tapped in, we got a bogey. So we tie that hole. We should have been 3 up on the back nine. And it's just like, I'm not too mad because we're still 2 up. But it's like, I have contributed every single
Well, at least
shot.
you're on the
So
green,
far, you haven't
not
done
in
a
that
single
beach.
one.
All right, 38 feet.
And
to
you
the
make
cup.
us not lose, but tie a hole that
Looking
I
really
had
good.
won for us. You know?
Holy,
And
well, let's just leave it there.
it
That
pissed
was
me
a-
off.
That was a holy effort. Let's just.
But
put it
after the
like
drive on the next
way
hole, I
out
let it
there,
go.
And you dropped it right in the cup.
Like,
Amazing
whatever, we're
work.
still 2 up. You know, unless we completely bottle it, we're winning the back nine, and we'll get our overall and the back nine. We'll have 2.5 points. You know, it's nothing to worry about. So we get to
And after that
the
one,
other
12 under
one of
par.
the other hardest holes, a 604-yard par 5. I hit my drive a little bit to the right, under some trees, but I'm perfectly fine being there. I've
Got
been
a
there
left
so
to
many
right
times. It's an
breeze
easy
on
out
this
for
hole.
me. Sand wedge, yeah, because loft wedge is definitely. How is that still
This
slow?
one's leaning to the
I
right.
swung it so fast.
Well, unfortunate. That's gonna get counted as a missed green.
I don't understand.
Coming through with the chip.
It's so
This putt's
inconsistent.
Good so far. All right, in the cup.
But anyway,
for
we
the
still
par.
have like 300 and some yards because the wind's in our face on that hole. It always is.
And 12.
I hit my
under
3
is your
hybrid. I
current
mean,
score.
just perfect. And we still have 165 yards. Slight downhill, but the wind's in our face, so it's basically still 165.
Let's let this fly.
I hit my
here
9
on the
iron to
fifth.
about 10 foot, and unfortunate, we missed the putt. So that's the only par
Looks like we're
5
heading to the
I
fairway
didn't
here.
birdie solo. And at this point, we're still 1 under par. A little fast, a little pull. Might work out. No.
And this is our 3rd shot.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. Okay.
This putt for the birdie.
I'm going to say,
far,
if you
so
go
good.
all the way down that stupid hill.
Nicely done. Dropping it in there for the bird. Good stuff.
But then the next, so we're 3 up with 3 to play. We're dormy, but our partners don't
You are
realize it.
currently 13 under par.
I tell our guy, all we got to do is par. Now it's a
And
shorter
this
hole. It's
one,
like
par
320
3.
yards. Creek all down the left and down the right once you get to about 250. So I tell my guy, I'm like, hey, you go first this time. If you get in the fairway or even the rough, because it's so wet, it's lift clean in place pretty much everywhere except for in hazards. Even in the bunkers, because of how wet it was, they allowed us to rake where our ball is and just place it. What do we want to do here? This pitch should be good, but I mean, slow. All right. I'm fine with
missed the
that.
approach. I'm
I
not
was gonna say we're
disappointed in
not
you in
gonna
any
be
way.
able to
Just want you
keep
to
this
know that.
on the green.
And here's our 2nd shot
If we hit it.
on the 6th.
The hell was
Okay,
that?
and this one to save the hole.
Playing okay, and then we're just gonna bogey this. Nope. Okay.
And that was a good putt.
So he hits, and he's in the right rough, which I'm perfectly fine with. I've played out of the right rough on
13
this
under
hole
at the moment.
plenty of times. So I hit driver because I have gotten it over the creek,
Got a
which is
nice
280.
tailwind
I've gotten
on
it
this
over
hole.
there
See what you
a
can do
couple
with
of
that.
times. Should we? If I go with the hybrid, I can definitely get it there. The 4 is not gonna get there, I don't think. Let's just go 4. You know, if we made the cut, let's not, you know, try to shoot ourselves in the foot, even.
Second shot here on the 7th.
Of course. See, I don't know what to do here because sometimes the rough lie matters with the flops, sometimes it doesn't. And if it does, I need this. Okay, it mattered. Oh, but of course, look at that. Never mind, it didn't matter.
Setting
I
up
could have
for
hit
our
anything
Third shot.
and had it be better than that.
6 feet to the cup.
I love a drivable par 4 where we walk
Good.
off with a par. Don't you?
Good job in there with a par.
But unfortunately, I go into the creek because I hit it off the
And
toe,
13
so
under
it
par is
killed
your
it
current
like
score.
20 or 30 yards at least. Then I hit my next shot.
Now we're
Unfortunately, I go
teeing
in
it
the
up on
green side
8th
bunker.
hole.
Oh shit. Okay. I figured screw it.
And this one's about 120
I go in the green
yards to
side
the pin.
bunker. Which again, the bunkers right now aren't great because of the rain. Perfect.
Okay,
We're on a
the
slope
green.
going to the left. Why did that push off so far to the right immediately? Are you walking
Good
into the
luck
lake,
with
buddy? What
this.
are you doing?
Way out here. Oh, this one could drop.
Doesn't matter when you're putting like that. No, I haven't hit out of a
it's
bunker in a while.
There, what a
Because I just don't go into them.
Extremely fine.
And there's not really a
work.
practice
Hold up. Let's
bunker.
rewind. Let's watch that one
So,
again. See how this went
I'm
down.
like, oh shit. It's a short bunker shot, which I'm actually usually really good at. And I know this guy cannot get out of a bunker because he tells me that. They're just short of the green to the point where I would have just... If you putt it, you're only like 20 feet away.
And sitting at 14
Maybe
under par after that
25.
hole.
But they decided to chip it. And they're still about 5 feet away after the chip, so they didn't hit a good chip.
And here
So,
we have a lovely par 4 ahead of us.
The sand, I didn't realize it's as packed as it was. So I don't get enough sand, and it goes over the green. I'm thinking, we're going to lose this hole and go Dormy 2 now. Now this guy hits his... No, he contributed 2 shots. I can't lie. On a par 3, he did hit it onto the green where I didn't, so he contributed 2 shots. He hit it, and luckily he was hitting 90% of his shots fat. So he just did that and got us to about 7 foot. Now again, it's a downhill breaking putt. He hits his, and the other guys, we're cool with the other guys. We're talking to them all day and everything. They're going, oh, I've never seen anyone make this putt. You know, and it is a tough putt
Just
on
by
this
the
hole.
sound that was
And I'm just thinking,
a
oh
bit of extreme
yeah,
force.
watch this. Because I've made this putt,
Setting up to be around 150 yards
you know,
to the
plenty
pin.
of times. And boom, I make the putt.
Heading for it.
Now that's for
Good
par.
work there.
They're
Great
still shooting for
shot
their
on the
birdie.
approach.
No, they're for their par
Here
now.
we go. Birdie putt coming up.
They have to make it
That drops that marks
to
down
extend
your
it because
birdie so far
we're
today.
2 up. We lost our 3 up
15
lead.
under par is your score.
Where did we lose it at?
And
at
here we go
10.
with a par 5.
Oh no, we never had the 3 up lead. That's right, because we should have had it, but my partner knocked in his bogey putt. So we never had our 3 up lead. That's right. So if they don't make this, we win 3 and 2. Of course.
That isn't
Somehow
good,
the
is
wind
it?
doesn't carry that.
Here's our second shot on the 10th.
Should we do this? Well, honestly, this... That hit the lip? Damn.
Okay.
That lip
we're
went
out of
in a
that
lot
dirty
higher
old
than I
bunker
was
now.
thinking.
And this is your third shot.
Third shot with the 4-iron. Perfect. Jump. Birdie's still possible.
Safely on the green. This one's about 15 feet.
Will it break enough? No.
I went right by.
That tiny, 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 tiny
hole
bit
for
of a
par.
pull, I think, is what did it.
And after that hole, looks like 15 under is where you sit. That wind's blowing right into our
But
face on this one.
I think nerves got to him because they miss. Both of them miss it. Ah, fast.
Come on, kick to the right. Well, looks like you're a bit off on
And so
that
we win
approach.
3 and 2.
Here's our second
And we go
shot
ahead and just
on
play the
hole
last 2
number 11.
holes. Just because, in my eyes, if you're playing in something
Here
that
we
was an
go.
awful chip, by the way.
Let's save par on this one. This
You
putt's
know,
going.
You pay for the round, and
Well
then the
done on
entry
this
fee
one.
was like $25 or something, so it wasn't bad.
And after that one, 15 under.
I always feel I'm gonna play all the holes. I paid for it, you know. We're not winning money on this one. This was just, you know, there was a chili cook-off at the end of it. You vote for your favorite one. One of them was awful, but that was, you know, you get dinner afterwards. Basically, a little fast. And that was, you know, the prize was just
Shot
having
about
fun playing on
145
teams,
yards out.
you know, and it was very fun. I had a great time. Damn. Okay, that worked out. Never mind. But
That'll do for the approach.
bogey the next, and then par the
This one's
next
about
one.
15
So
feet.
if I had used my whole ball, if I had used my ball the entire round,
No, that's going right
dead
by the
straight
hole,
putt.
isn't it?
even though it was
Here
breaking
we
to the
go.
right
This one for par.
most of the way, it was
a good
dead
putt.
straight. I would have
And
shot
clocking in
either
at
1
15
under
par at the
or
moment.
level par because I had 3 birdies all on par
Here
5s.
comes a par 4.
We bogeyed one that didn't count because it was one of the last 2. But other than that, I probably would have bogeyed. I might have, you know, the par 3. I didn't make it on the green. Probably would have bogeyed that one because it wasn't in a good spot. And that's it. I would have had 2 bogeys and 3 birdies. So I think I would have been under par. That would have been my best round ever, and that's in the water.
Here comes water.
You know, I like how I'm hitting everything insanely
This
slow,
one's your third.
and now I can't hit a drive slow. After the recount, like it kind of overdid it, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Because it seems like it
Maybe it's a
really,
kick left.
really overdid it.
Decent approach there. 26 feet to the cup.
It was a good
Oh
putt.
man, hopefully you can grab the bogey.
Well, it was going
And
good up
after that
until
one, your
the
current score
10th hole.
a veritable 14 under par. That wind is picking up, blowing left to right on this one.
But I can't stop hitting my
Heading for
iron
the green.
slow. But I can't hit a drive slow.
You'll be
I
all
don't
right there.
understand it.
Good luck here. We've got 15 feet. Oh,
Doesn't
that was
break.
almost in. And this is your look at par.
And what another thing we've learned here is this course, the putts just aren't breaking. I don't
And
understand.
Teeing up now on the 15th
I would
hole.
think that in these tours, sorry, got really thirsty. I would think that in these tours, the conditions would be tough, you know? But they just aren't.
Oh, and you got all
There's a
of
perfect
that
one. I had to really slow
got
that down, by
about
the way.
115
Like, I had to
yards to
slow
the
my
pin.
swing down enormously. Huge. But then the wedges, like I have to swing them so fast. Like probably
This is what our
double.
third shot's looking like.
Probably double. Oh, I thought that was gonna go in, to be
Ooh,
honest.
nice little chip on
Of
that
what
one.
my drive is how
There we
fast I
go.
have to
There's
swing
your
a wedge
par.
for it to not be slow.
And 14 under is your score.
But anyway, we get back and our team
16th
ends
hole
up
is upon
winning.
us here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the full team, not me and my partner, end up winning the whole thing. It's down 6 wind. Let's put a little de-loft. Still a little bit slow.
Ooh, it's heading for the green here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'll do.
And it was only a
And
1
4-foot
point
putt.
differential we were losing.
And as
Wow,
that
that broke.
Drops in the hole.
I love how the
that's your
short ones
sixth
break a
birdie
shit
today.
ton, but then the long ones don't break at all.
15 under par is your score.
It was only 1 point. You know
See
how
what
many
happens
we
here.
won
get a long
by?
par 4 for this one.
I think it was 12. 11 and a half or 12. The opposing side
Oh my goodness. that
only
was
got 5.5
spicy.
points.
Okay, about 170
Our side
yards to the pin.
got 12 or 12 and a half. I can't remember. So our side on day 2 of best ball, we really just came
Okay,
through.
third shot.
Because on the
Ooh,
first
look at
day,
here. Nice chip.
you know,
This putt's
we
tracking.
lost all 3, and that's
your
my
par
fault.
right there.
We didn't play bad enough to lose all 3, but because I didn't get a handicap, you know, I was giving away 6 to 8 shots on the round. And when you're the
After that
same
one,
handicap
15
as 2 other guys that you're playing against, you know, you have to shoot under par in
Let's
order
see
to
if you can
win.
Use the tailwind on this hole.
And I was under my handicap. You know,
There we go.
I
Nice
was
swing on that
I
one.
shot under what my handicap would have been. But it just
Okay,
wasn't
setting up
6
about
to 8 shots
180
under my
yards out.
handicap, you know. Wow. That tiny bit of a
Putt-for-eagle here
pull.
on this one. Whew. Good stuff.
I aimed it probably 15 yards
Here
to the
is your
right.
eagle
Now the wind is
putt.
going left, and that's why I aimed it to the right. But I hit it slow, and it ended up 30 yards left of where I aimed it. Because we are almost 15 yards away from the hole. It's not breaking that much, to be honest. Pushed it.
Ah,
If I hadn't
man.
have pushed it,
This next putt is for your birdie.
this really sucks because
And
that means
time
the
seemed to
back 9
fly
is only
by,
1
didn't
under.
it? Just like that, the putt dropped and your round is over.
5 under for the front, 1 for the back. I don't know why I'm playing so bad.
And at the end of this round, that is 16 under for you.
That's the
And with that, I will let you go. Thank you very much for
Second
the round of
worst
golf.
round.
I had a good amount of fun.
and you can tell not many,
You did too.
not many people played. I wonder how many people got put into each division because when I looked at when it was completed, where was I at?
Hello there,
400?
and welcome to the event.
I think I was at like
This is
409
the
or
final
something.
round of the event. No more excuses. It all comes down to this. Hopefully you do well out there for me.
Thank you, John.
This one's looking
I
like
mean,
a
he's-
fairway finder.
I don't know how we still got it over everything.
Okay, this is about 125 yards away.
My thumb just slipped off the damn analog. There we go. I don't care about the pull. It was
I
a
like
perfect
it.
tempo.
I like what you did there.
I do too.
And 7
After
feet
a
to the
horrendous
cup.
tee shot.
And this is a good sign. We're under par already.
So if we made the
Keep
cut,
that going.
you know, I'm happy if we did because that means we won't get a demerit
Careful out
on
there,
our
the
first
wind's
TGC
blowing
Tours
right to
round.
left.
Par 5. You gotta go for it. I was like, all I gotta do is not hit it
Tee
fast,
shot's looking decent.
and we should be good. How that ended up so
And
far
setting
left
up
still,
around
I don't know.
215 yards out.
It's downhill a little bit. We'll hit the... Let's hit 5 because everything goes left. I was like, don't hit it slow and you're good. I did,
This
but I
one's a
pulled it
little to
just
the right
a
on
touch,
approach.
just a tug. And it ended up, of
This is
course,
our third shot.
why wouldn't it end up right there and barely gets
Sink
up.
this and you'll pull down a birdie. Let's keep her going. That's 2 birdies in a row. Let's have a third. 18
But
under for the moment.
I had a blast.
All right,
I
let's
will
have a nice
say,
tee shot and
I
land
wasn't
it
going to
nicely
say
in that
anything
fairway.
on the recording just because it's like some people have their own opinions about this. But again,
Oh, she's coming in nice.
we're
to the
not
fairway,
playing
I
for
think.
anything. Neither
Setting
team
up here,
wins anything.
145 yards away.
There's no raffle, there's no closest to the pin, there's no long drive. There's absolutely nothing. And the guy I'm playing with on the first round, he's only
Might be a little too much
14
on
or
this one.
15. He's a lefty, which was cool to play with a lefty. I don't
We'll take
play
those all
with
day.
I don't think I've ever played with a lefty
Okay,
except for maybe
18
one
feet
time, and
to
it's
the
just
cup.
fun to watch him swing because I can't do it. Like I couldn't imagine playing left-handed.
Ouch,
Oh
right by the hole.
no.
All right, par putts.
But he knew a lot of the people
Currently
playing.
18 under
He knew a
par.
lot of them.
And, hopefully
And two
we
of the
can
guys
stick
we were
this
playing
one
were much
close.
older. Now, this was pretty early on, this
good.
happened. That it
Well, that'll
really
work on the
irritated
green,
me.
won't it? This one's 10 feet away.
But I think
Ah, just right by the hole.
it just broke so much
Okay,
in the
this one for
beginning,
par.
but it didn't break any after that, so I was like, a little bit over.
Heads up, wind's blowing
I'm
left
trying to
right
remember what
here.
hole it was, because we started on 16. It probably happened on... either 18, because we were over to the park to the right, because it's cart path only. We're parked to the right there on the left. It happened in the first 9 holes, I know that. But
You managed
me and
to
my
get a
partner
good swing
were
on that.
whispering. There's no
Here's our
fucking way they
second
heard
shot
us.
on this fifth
No
hole.
way. They're probably 50 yards away. And by the way, again, houses are surrounding us. There's leaf blowers going constantly most of the day. One of them turns and just is like, hey, you gotta be quiet when he's setting up or whatever. He's like, I know you think you're whispering, but
here's our
your
third
voice is
shot.
carrying a lot or whatever. And this is the reason it irritated me. The way they said it
Nice tempo on that chip. Just
was a
nice and
complete
easy.
dick
Well
thing to
done.
do.
This
They
one's
said
a
it
4-foot
in
putt.
just the rudest
That
way.
shot was marvelous.
It's like, hey guys, I know you're trying to whisper, but it's carrying over and just kind of messes us up. And then you go, oh, sorry about that, we didn't realize, and you keep playing. That
Have fun
is
here
an
on this
adult
par
way to
3.
speak. When you're in your 50s and you're a dick, and you're like, hey, we're not playing for anything, so this isn't very serious. We can hear you. Shut up. That's basically how they said it. And look, I understand if you want complete concentration. So you want just be quiet and all that. Don't be an asshole. Because now, I hate you.
Well, you tried.
You had
just
one interaction
didn't
with
quite
me.
hit this green.
I don't know you. And now
Nice
to me, you're
chip.
just a complete ass.
This is potentially to save par. Looking pretty good.
Especially to
Good
this
job on
kid
that
who's
putt.
14 years old. That's not a good representation. And after that, they drive up and talk some more about it. I'm not gonna say a single thing because if I do, I'm cussing you out.
Going left to right on this
And
hole.
the kid, you know, he's good. He's a good kid. I wouldn't have done what he did. He's going, yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir, all this. Nope. You don't get that respect anymore. In fact, any chance I get,
Nicely
I'm
done.
calling you out on your shit. Because we
And
get
this
to the
putt
back
for
nine,
eagle.
and the kid is is taking his shot. These guys are looking for one of their balls that landed in OB in 6 inches of leaves. You're never finding it. You already lost the hole. They're walking through leaves and talking loud as hell while he's swinging. We don't say a single thing.
Just, yeah, a little too much on there.
We don't say a single thing
Setting up for
because
our
I'm not
third
an ass
shot.
like that.
Oh my.
Really? Again,
4
drove it,
feet
walked
to
over the
go.
car. But anyway, that was one of the situations. We had another with them. And it was basically, we had
Alright, put
gone
this
one
one out
up
in the fairway.
after the 5th hole. No. 6th hole. After hole 6, we go one up. And then we're on hole 7, which has a bathroom on it, and you use the bathroom if you need to. And I did, but unfortunately there's
This one's
only
looking
one
okay off the tee.
bathroom. So one of the older guys went in, so I'm going
Setting
to
up
wait
here
for him
about 190 yards or so to the pin.
so I can go. I'm not going to go tee off or anything because everybody's just sitting in their cart. You know. He comes out
Let's get a little
and
kick left here.
immediately just starts, hey, let's play
work
ready
on the
golf, guys. Let's
approach.
just
You
play ready
saw
golf,
that
you
one,
know.
didn't you?
We should have teed off by now or whatever.
And this putt for
All
the
I'm
birdie.
thinking is, if you want to play ready
That
golf,
one drops for
don't
your
go take a
4th birdie
piss.
of the day. I'm liking
hit
that.
your shot and then go. So that everybody else knows where your shot is and they can watch out for everybody else. Okay? Because guess
blowing
what?
left
We
to
get to hole
right.
10. We hit all of our tee shots and he wants to talk about ready golf. This guy, or I'm going to say it was his partner actually. They drive like 20 feet after we all hit. So we're all going to our ball. And he's just standing by his cart for a minute straight
Looks like
on
about
his
150
phone.
yards to go.
Why he couldn't do this driving in the cart, I don't know. And it's like, buddy, you want to talk about ready golf and you're just on your phone the entire... It's like, come on.
This one's heading a little bit too much to
That
the right.
shot sucked.
Setting up here now
When it's
for
like,
our third
once you get
shot.
to a certain age and you act like that,
And the chip will go down.
I lose all
There's
respect
your
for you.
birdie.
I'm sorry, once you're
And
past
if you'll indulge
12
me,
and
let's
you
take
act like
one
you're
more look at
10,
that shot.
lose all respect for how you act. And I told the kid, I was like, don't listen to them. There's no way they hurt us. I said, there's leaf blowers, there's constant things going on, and they're hitting their shots through that. Don't listen to them. Because, you know, when somebody addresses you in that way, it'll affect you, affect your game. So I was trying to kind of calm down a little bit.
Now let's see what happens here on the 10th.
And then when they talked about ready golf, I just told him, I said straight up, I guarantee you he comes out saying that because they are suddenly one down.
Looking pretty good.
And he's like, let's just try to rush them real quick.
And this is around
You know, see if
the
they start messing up.
245-yard mark.
You know, and I told him all that just because if it ended up affecting him in some way, like, oh, they need us to rush. They want us to just be quiet and not do anything. It's like, don't worry about it. Play your own game. We're
This one's
playing
your
fast.
third.
They're honestly the ones playing slow. You know,
Well
slow to
judged
address
on
the
that
ball,
one.
slow to hit the ball, slow to get to their ball half the time.
That wind is blowing right to left on this hole.
So if anything, they need to speed up. We can slow it down.
Bounce right. Come
Wow.
on.
Tiniest bit slow, fast. Tiniest bit of a pull. 30 yards left.
And this is your look at birdie.
Impossible. Wouldn't you say? In this game, anyway. Yeah. Not
About
sure.
dozen feet to the hole from here.
That wasn't too bad. I just think if I would have hit it harder, it would have been good. But it's tough to try to hit
Well
that hard
done.
enough because you know if it goes too hard, you're off the green. But then yeah, afterwards there was
All
this
right,
chili
stepping up to a
competition
par 4
or
here.
whatever, and you get a ticket, and you vote for your favorite
So far,
afterwards.
so good for this one.
Um,
I think that was hopeful thinking on my part. You
course
ended up
that-
in the rough.
ran all the way over there. 70 to 80%. It's probably too far. Yeah. I knew it was going to be
That's a
too
safe
far, but
shot.
I didn't really trust the
And
pitch
from 37
just
feet
because
out,
if I hit it just a touch slow,
oof,
Oh.
just missed.
you know, it wasn't even going to make it to the
All
green
right, this next putt for the par.
because that's how
Right by.
I pulled that. Aimed it left and pulled it. Why did it
Here we
break
go,
so far
just
to
a
the
few
right?
more inches.
Aimed it
All
left
right,
and pulled
moving
it,
forward.
barely breaking to the right. It shot to the right immediately.
And let's see what happens here on the 13th hole.
But anyway, there's three.
This is right on the border. I'm not sure if
Ah.
it's going to be rough or fair.
There's one that looks very normal. It's not gonna stop no matter what. I have to do this. Yeah. You had to land it on the green, but if you landed it far enough onto the green where it wasn't gonna hit the slope,
Okay.
it was
third
gonna
shot.
run down this no matter what. And so we were SOL there.
Good job with that chip shot. This putt's good so far. There's
The
your
one
par.
in the middle looked like soup. It looked like chicken noodle soup, except thicker. The one to the right was really thick.
And here comes
It
hole
really
number
didn't have
14
any
at us.
broth, if you will. Oh, that was perfect. So
kick
far
that, come
left
on.
for no reason at all, but we hit it perfect. I'm proud of that.
And there we go. Nice little
Get back
approach
the bogey,
shot.
maybe.
Okay, 11 feet to deal with. This one's on a good line.
Nope.
Oh, no, it's right by the hole. And this next putt for par. Good stroke.
The one to the left was okay. Wasn't great. The one in the middle was awful. Like, I had one spoonful and just didn't need another bite. The one to the
See what
right was
happens on
actually
the
really good.
15th
I think it
hole on this
had
course.
it had some kind of meat other than like just ground beef that's normally in
Oh,
a
filet?
regular chili. It had like brisket or something, and it had a really good meat in it. So I voted for that one. Oh, it was. I was like, oh, that looks really good, and it ended up good. But then it started curving to the
5
right because we
feet
hit it
left to
slow.
go. Looking good. Wonderful work out there so far. That's your 7th birdie on the day.
And then they had cornbread, you know, which is normal. And they had all this last year. Last year the cornbread was really good. This year the cornbread, I didn't know it was cornbread at first because it was
Okay, I have a good
so
tee shot here now on the 16th.
moist. It was doughy. Like it just wasn't cooked all the way. So I was really disappointed in that because I was looking forward to it. I love cornbread. So I took like a bite or two and just never ate the ate the rest. I got a brownie instead. That's very unfortunate that that rolled off the green. But
And
when you
gets
chip it
to
in,
go. Oh, look at
it
you.
don't matter, baby.
Go out there. Well done. And I think I'm gonna have to
Um,
have another look at that shot. That was interesting.
But yeah, it was super fun. It was just crazy how the scores were incredibly different on the second day. Like the first day, ooh, it's super close. You know, it's 1 point off. 1 point. We lost all three. We could have, you know, done something with that. But then the second day is just a complete shutout. Like, it had to have been like the first 4 teams came in and we had already won at that point because they just all got 3 points or something.
All right. Best of luck here on number 17.
But I had a good time. Other than that first day and those 2
Looks like a
assholes,
fairway off
I had
the
a
tee
really
here.
good time.
Okay.
Especially the second day playing.
5 yards to go.
Honestly, probably, I want to say it was my best score. That was so bad. Kick
Not
left.
sure where this one's gonna end up. Could be rough.
And it,
A little wayward on the
I don't want to
approach.
say it
That's all right,
sucks, but it kind of
This is what our
does.
third shot's looking like.
When you play so good, but it's not like an official
Here's a par
score
putt.
because you're playing
So far, so good.
captain's choice.
Awesome.
And
That's
yes,
a
I
par.
used
We'll take it.
98% of my shots. Well, I used 99%. No. Because it was less than 100,
Let's start to wind
shots.
things down here as we tee this up on the
95% probably. We used 2 of his shots the whole day.
18th. There we go. That's looking good.
So I probably
This
would
one's
have
about
wound up level
175 to the
par.
pin.
Because I think the sand shot where we used his, I definitely probably would have bogeyed that one. Because there's no way I was going to, you know, hole out. I had hit it just over the green. Shot left. We must have been on a slope. Of course. Look at that. Makes no sense that the pitching wedge jumped that far.
And it looks like you're putting
Hit my pitching wedge 182 yards,
Not
fellas.
bad at all. And you have this for a final score of 62 on the
Ooh,
day.
that was a really, really
All right,
good
let's get a
putt.
birdie and get out of here. What do you say? And sealing your round.
All right, guys.
with
So,
a
I
putt.
mean, it's
Huh.
only been up for
Good
2
goal,
days.
Ted.
I think there's like
Well,
5 or 6
see you
more
later.
days left of it. Our best was 7 under. We had minus 23. It just wasn't good. It really wasn't. How did we get something? We didn't even level up. Because, I mean, if we look at our event, our stats, our fairways were good. 76.9, 77% fairways, honestly, is good. That's only missing 2 or 3. It's only missing 3 fairways around, I think. That's not bad. Greens is a little worse at 68%. But our proximity to the hole being 30 foot is what killed us, because being 30 foot out on average is not good. It's not. We 3-putt a couple of times apparently, all on drivable par 4s. Scrambling was good at 91%. Power breakers not good. But where we really sucked, no eagles. We had 29 birdies, 39 pars, only 3 bogeys, 1 double. But that'll end the first event. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.